What's up, guys? Back with part 3 of the How to Weld Stainless Exhaust Pipe series. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to tack up your material, get a good fit so you're ready to weld and that can go as smoothly as possible. Let's jump right into it.
Alright guys, so we're to the step where we're going to be tacking up our pieces. If you missed the steps that come before that, prepping your material, setting up your machine, setting up your torch, choosing a cup, stick out, what tungsten to use. If you missed any of that stuff, go back and watch the other 2 videos. You can find them in my How to Weld playlist. So we've got these prepped up. We've got our gas flow set, our amperage set, and we're going to go ahead and get to tacking. Before we do start, I want to say I'm using the 16 cup to tack. You can use a smaller cup if you're doing a lot of tacks. I would suggest using a smaller cup because you're going to be wasting a lot of gas with a 16 if you're doing tons and tons of tacks running, 35 CFH, 40 CFH, whatever you're running. But yeah, since I'm only doing this one joint for you guys and I'm not going to be doing a whole ton of tacks, I'm just going to stick with the regular cup that I use to weld. So at this point, it's a good idea, in case you do get some gaps, and it's unavoidable sometimes, in case you do get some gaps, have a clean piece of filler rod by your side, so if you need to, you can add some filler. I do not tack with filler. I do not penetrate my pipe because it's not purged when I'm tacking. And I'm running the same amperage I do when I weld. I don't turn it down or anything. Just quick burst tacks, get it to join and let off, and move on to the next tack. Alright, so I got my 2 pieces of, these are just some scrap pieces of pipe here. I'm going to line up these edges as best I can. One of these pieces of pipe is a little bit deformed, so it's not going to be absolutely perfect, but it should be on a brand new piece of pipe. I'm going to get these edges lined up so that they're even with each other, they're not higher or lower, and do that all around. And I'm just going to set it down here and get my first tack on. Alright, so we got our first tack. Now we're going to run over to the other side. And your first tack will be pulling it apart a little bit. So you'll want to squeeze those down together. Make sure your edges are still lined up. And throw down a second tack. And then once you got 2 on there, you want to go around and about every inch, I like to use my cup because it's an inch. Go to the edge of my cup, lay another tack. I'll line up this tack with the back edge of my cup, lay another tack, line that one up with the back of my cup, lay another tack, and so on. So I'll kind of bang that out for you. It's best to not go slow. If you go slow, slow on the pedal, I mean, it tends to eat the edges away and then it won't want to form. Especially with the pulse that we've got, it's best to just lay into it, get the puddle to join together, and let off. Alright, so there we are. You can see nice, evenly spaced tacks all the way around. And like I said, this piece of pipe is a little deformed, so it doesn't line up perfectly edge to edge, but a new piece of pipe should. Just like right here. It's smooth. There's no no catch when you go across that seam. So you got it all tacked up. And the next step is we're going to be welding it out. Now you can see on the inside here that there's nothing poking through. That's why you want to be quick with it, so that your tacks don't penetrate and leave that nasty oxide on the inside. Once I'm done tacking, I'll typically go through that procedure of cleaning, and like I showed you guys, take a stainless steel wire brush. It's kind of wiped off, but it's labeled stainless steel only. And you just go around in one direction to push any contaminants that might be in that joint, push them out. So you want to go all the way around with that. You can give it another wipe down inside and out with your acetone rag, and then you're ready to purge and weld it up, which will be, the next video will be on purging. Video coming each week. Make sure to tune in. If you didn't see the previous videos to this one, make sure you catch those so that you know what you're doing up until this point. And let's lay down some beautiful welds.